Do you wake up 2, maybe 3 times every night just to use the bathroom? It might seem normal, just part of getting older, but it's not. It's a quiet warning sign your kidneys or bladder may be working overtime, and most folks don't realize it until it starts draining their energy. If you feel tired even after sleeping, have swollen feet in the morning, or need naps just to get through the day, you're not alone. I've seen this in many patients, and it's more common than you think. Today, I'll show you 6 simple, natural ways to ease nighttime urination. No pills, no expensive treatments, just easy at-home steps to help you sleep through the night again. If you believe it's never too late to take care of your health, type HOPE in the comments. Every little step counts. If you find this helpful, hit subscribe to catch more simple health tips. Stay with me because in just the next 30 seconds, you'll discover one habit that could change your sleep tonight. 1. Drinking water at the wrong time. A quiet mistake that wakes you up all night. Have you ever finally gotten cozy in bed, pulled the covers up, maybe even drifted off for a few minutes only to be woken by the urge to pee? Then again at 2 in the morning, and once more just before the sun comes up. Now I know a lot of folks think that's just part of getting older. That's life after 60, they say. But it doesn't have to be. Not every part of aging has to be uncomfortable. And this one, it's something you can change starting tonight. What many people don't realize is that when you drink, your water can matter just as much as how much you drink. I've seen it over and over again. People are sipping on water, tea, or even juice late in the evening. Sometimes just because it's habit, sometimes because they're told to stay hydrated. And that's not wrong, but timing is everything. You see, your kidneys aren't supposed to be hard at work while you're trying to rest. They're part of the team that's meant to slow down at night, let your body restore and heal. But if you flood your system with liquids after dinner, especially close to bedtime, you're basically telling your bladder, get ready for a night shift. And that's when the trouble starts. I remember one gentleman, Harold 76, from Tucson, Arizona. Lovely guy. He came in complaining of broken sleep, said he'd get up 3 sometimes, 4 times each night just to pee. He thought maybe it was just old age catching up. But when I asked him about his evening routine, he mentioned something so familiar it made me smile. He said, "Doc, every night around 8, I have a big mug of chamomile tea to help me sleep." Now, chamomile is great, but that full mug was filling his bladder, not relaxing it. So we made a simple change. I asked him to get his fluids in earlier in the day. Start with a glass of water right when he woke up. Keep sipping through the morning and early afternoon. But after 6 p.m., just a few sips if he was thirsty. Nothing more. Within 5 days, Harold told me I woke up only once last night. I feel like a new man. That's the power of shifting your water schedule. So here's what I'd love for you to try. First thing in the morning, drink a tall glass of water. Your body's been without fluids all night. It needs that refresh. Then aim to finish most of your water intake by 5 or 6 p.m. If you love warm drinks in the evening, go for a small amount. Half a cup of warm lemon water works beautifully. Just keep it light. And don't worry, you won't dry out overnight. You're simply giving your kidneys a chance to rest and your bladder a break from waking you up. Let me ask you, do you usually drink water or tea after dinner? If you do try this shift for 1 week, then come back and let me know how it went. I'd love to hear from you. Sometimes the most powerful health changes come from small, gentle shifts. No pills, no cost, just better sleep. And your body will thank you for it. Next, let's look at another habit that might be making things worse without you even realizing it. It's probably something sitting right there in your kitchen tonight. Ready to find out? Let's keep going. 2. Salty dinners. A hidden reason. Your bladder keeps waking you up. Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten a can of soup, a frozen dinner, or a simple sandwich in the evening, and then found yourself up half the night making trips to the bathroom? Most folks never make the connection, but it's real. What you eat at night, especially salty foods, can quietly mess with your bladder and your sleep. See, salt does more than just make things tasty. It tells your body to hold on to water. And while that might not seem like a big deal, here's what really happens. Your body stores that extra water during the day, and then right around bedtime, it decides it's time to let it all go. That's why your feet might feel puffy at night, or why your socks leave deep marks around your ankles. Your system is holding water thanks to the salt, and then your kidneys try to flush it out, just when you're trying to get some rest. I had a patient, Elaine, she's 69 and lives in Fort Myers, Florida. She came to me so frustrated, said she was doing everything right, drinking less at night, going to bed on time, but still waking up twice, sometimes 3 times. We walked through her meals. Turns out every evening she was having canned soup or a little snack of pretzels. Nothing huge, but packed with sodium. I asked her to try something new. Swap the soup for a homemade veggie bowl with olive oil and lemon, and skip the salty snacks. Instead, she had a small banana or a few almonds before bed. The result, within a week, Elaine was sleeping straight through. No more late-night bathroom runs. She said, "I feel rested for the first time in years." So here's the thing, salt hides everywhere. In bread, cheese, deli meat sauces, even so-called healthy frozen meals. The best way to know: look at the label. If it says more than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving, it's probably not helping your sleep. Try eating your saltier foods at lunch when your body has time to process it. For dinner, stick with steamed or roasted veggies, grilled chicken or fish, and use herbs or lemon instead of salt for flavor. And listen, I know change isn't always easy. You've eaten a certain way for decades. But this isn't about giving up flavor. It's about gaining back your rest. Do you notice swelling in your legs by evening? Or do your shoes feel tighter at night than in the morning? That's your body holding onto water. And it's your signal that your kidneys are working too hard after dark. Cutting back on evening salt can help your body release that water gently during the day and let you sleep peacefully at night. So what's one salty item you usually eat after 6 p.m.? Take a look in your pantry. Try swapping it this week. Then tell me how you slept. These little adjustments, they matter, because better sleep doesn't just make you feel good, it protects your heart, your memory, and your independence. Now, next up, there's one powerful fruit that can actually help support your kidneys while tasting like a sweet little treat. I'll tell you what it is and why hardly anyone thinks to eat it daily. Let's get into that. 3. Red grapes, a sweet snack that quietly supports your kidneys. Now, here's something most folks don't expect. A handful of red grapes might do more for your nighttime bladder issues than any fancy supplement. I'm not talking about grape juice or raisins. I mean the real deal. Fresh red grapes right off the bunch. See, these little fruits are packed with something called resveratrol. That's just a big word for a natural compound that helps calm inflammation and support blood flow. But here's what it really means for you. Red grapes help your kidneys do their job more smoothly and take some pressure off your bladder, especially at night. I once had a patient named George. He's 71 from Columbus, Ohio. Funny guy, always wore a red cap to our visits. George had a problem that frustrated him. He'd fall asleep just fine, but around 1:30 a.m., he'd wake up needing to pee. And then again around 4. Every single night. He didn't drink much water in the evening. Didn't snack on salty foods. So we dug a little deeper. Turns out George rarely ate fruit. Not because he didn't like it, he just never thought about it. Fruits for breakfast, he told me. So I suggested something simple. "George," I said, "start eating about a cup of red grapes with your lunch. Maybe even again in the afternoon instead of a cookie." He laughed. "Grapes. That's it. That's it." And within 2 weeks, George was sleeping longer. Stretches, woke up feeling lighter, less puffiness in his ankles. Even said his afternoon walks felt easier. Now, I won't say grapes are a miracle cure, but they do support your kidneys in a very gentle way. They help the body filter fluids better and reduce that overactive feeling in your bladder that wakes you up. Just 1 cup of fresh red grapes, that's about 30 grapes, is enough for the day. Best eaten whole, not juiced. Juice concentrates the sugar and loses the fiber your body needs. And if fresh grapes aren't always easy to find where you live, frozen ones are a good backup. Just make sure they don't have added sugar. You can even pop them in the freezer and eat them cold like a refreshing little treat after lunch. Here's something to try. Swap your usual afternoon snack with red grapes for the next 7 days. Watch how your body responds, how you sleep, how your legs feel, even how your energy picks up. Let me ask, do you eat fruit every day? And if so, if you usually save it for breakfast, try shifting some of it to the afternoon. It might be just what your body needs. These small shifts, nothing extreme, nothing uncomfortable, can really help your kidneys work better and reduce the urge to go at night. And don't worry, this isn't about cutting out the things you love. It's about adding something easy, sweet, and healing. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about something most people miss completely, a quiet mineral that almost everyone over 65 doesn't get enough of. And believe me, your bladder feels it when you're low. Let's uncover that together. 4. The forgotten mineral. Why magnesium might be the missing piece. Let me tell you something you probably won't hear from most folks when your body's low on magnesium. Your bladder doesn't listen as well as it should. I know magnesium isn't exactly a word we talk about around the dinner table. It's not flashy, but it's one of those quiet behind-the-scenes helpers that keeps your nerves, muscles, and yes, your bladder working in sync. Without enough of it, your body can send mixed signals. That's when your bladder might start acting up. Maybe it squeezes when it shouldn't, or maybe it just doesn't know how to rest at night. And that's when you find yourself up again and again. Now, I had a patient, Thomas, a 77-year-old retired teacher from Sacramento. Real sharp mind, but he came in frustrated and tired. Said his nights were ruined, not by pain, not by stress, just by the constant need to pee. He'd already cut salt, changed his water habits, even tried red grapes. He liked them, but the problem still lingered. So I asked about his diet. He wasn't eating nuts, seeds, or leafy greens, just toast and jam in the morning, a sandwich for lunch, and maybe some pasta for dinner. Sound familiar? That's when I gently introduced magnesium. Let's add just one thing, I said. Pumpkin seeds, a couple of tablespoons in the afternoon, maybe even toss half an avocado into lunch. He nodded, a little skeptical, but he agreed to try. 2 weeks later, Thomas walked into my office looking brighter. Doc, he said, I still get up once, but not 3 times. And I fall back asleep quicker. That's the kind of result magnesium can bring. No magic, just balance. So how can you get more of it? The easiest way, pumpkin seeds, just 2 tablespoons a day. You can eat them raw, sprinkle them on your oatmeal, or blend them into a smoothie. Avocados are another good source. Half an avocado at lunch not only gives you magnesium, but healthy fats, too great for energy and joint health. Now here's one thing to watch for. Don't go for salted seeds. Salt defeats the purpose. And avoid magnesium supplements unless your doctor says you need them. Food first, that's my rule. You might not feel a change overnight, but after a week or 2, notice how your legs feel. Notice if your sleep becomes deeper, lighter feet, fewer bathroom trips, and maybe a bit more peace of mind. Have you ever tried adding pumpkin seeds or avocado to your meals? If not, give it a try for 1 week. See how you feel. Then come back and let me know. I'd love to hear your story. These are the gentle tools nature gives us, and they often work better than anything you'll find in a bottle. Now, in the next part, we'll look at something that has nothing to do with what you eat or drink, but everything to do with how your body sleeps. It's simple, often overlooked, and might be exactly what your bladder needs. Let's go there next. 5. Shallow sleep. The hidden trigger that keeps you running to the bathroom. Now, here's something most people never think about. Sometimes it's not your bladder that's the problem, it's your sleep. Yes, really. If you're not sleeping deeply enough, your body can get confused. It starts sending signals it wouldn't normally send if you were resting properly, including that all too familiar nudge to head for the bathroom, even when your bladder isn't actually full. Let me explain this in a simple way. When you fall into a deep sleep, your body releases a hormone that helps slow down urine production. It's like a message to your kidneys. Take the night off, let us rest. But if your sleep is light broken or too short, your body doesn't send that message. So your kidneys keep working, and that means more trips to the bathroom. I remember Mary, a sweet 68-year-old woman from Eugene, Oregon. She came in one morning looking tired. Her eyes had that heavy look, and she sighed before she even sat down. I sleep like a cat, she said. Every sound wakes me, and once I wake up to pee, I can't fall back asleep. We talked through her routine. She watched TV late into the night, sometimes falling asleep on the couch. Her phone stayed beside her bed. The glow, the noise, the scattered bedtime, it was keeping her in that light sleep stage. So I gave her a small challenge. Turn off all screens by 9 p.m. Set a bedtime alarm, not a wake-up alarm at 9:30. Light a candle. Read a few pages of something calming. And here's the part she chuckled at every night before bed. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just 3. After 1 week, Mary came back and said, I still wake up once, but I fall back asleep faster, and I feel rested in the morning. That's new. Friends, sleep is sacred. It's not just about closing your eyes, it's when your body repairs, heals, and balances everything inside, including how your bladder behaves. So tonight, try this: no screens 30 minutes before bed. Keep your room cool and dark, and breathe deep, slow, easy breaths. Tell your body, it's time to rest now. And if you wake up out of habit, stay still. Don't grab your phone. Take those same 3 breaths again. Sometimes your body just needs a moment to settle back down. Let me ask, how would your life feel if you could sleep through the night more often? Think about the energy, the clarity, the joy in a quiet, uninterrupted morning. You deserve that. And next, we'll look at something else that could be sabotaging your sleep. Something so many people use every day without even thinking. It's small, it's routine, and it might be working against your kidneys. Let's uncover that in the next part. 6. Diuretics at the wrong time. A common mistake that can steal your sleep. Here's something I see more often than I'd like: someone taking their diuretic or water pill too late in the day, and then wondering why they can't make it through the night without 3 trips to the bathroom. Now, don't get me wrong, diuretics can be helpful. They're often prescribed for high blood pressure or fluid retention. They help your body get rid of excess water by making you urinate more. That's what they're meant to do. But timing is everything. Imagine asking your body to get rid of all that extra fluid, just as you're settling in for bed. Of course your bladder's going to fill up. Of course you'll be up at midnight and again at 3 a.m. I had a patient named Linda, 73 years old, from Mesa, Arizona. Lovely woman, always wore a floral scarf. She told me her sleep had become a disaster. She couldn't go more than 2 hours without getting up. She thought it was just part of getting older, so we sat down and looked at her medications. And there it was, she was taking her diuretic around 6:30 p.m., right after dinner. No one had ever told her otherwise. I suggested a simple shift. Take the pill earlier, around 10 a.m., right after breakfast. That way her body would have all day to process the fluid, and by evening her kidneys could take a break. Linda called me a week later and said, "Doc, I can't believe it. I slept from 10 to 5 without getting up once." Now, if you're on a diuretic, don't stop or change anything without talking to your doctor. But if no one ever mentioned timing, bring it up. Ask if you can move it to the morning. It might be the easiest fix you'll ever make. And here's something important: sometimes people think, if I skip the pill tonight, maybe I'll sleep better. That's risky. These medications are prescribed for a reason. Don't skip doses, adjust with care, and always with guidance. Let me ask, do you take any medications in the evening, especially ones that make you pee more? Take a look. Talk with your doctor. You might be surprised how much better you sleep with just a small adjustment. It's amazing how many things: water, salt, even the time you take your medicine, can shape the quality of your night. And more importantly, how you feel the next day. Because sleep isn't a luxury, it's your body's repair time. And when your bladder keeps interrupting that, everything else, your energy, your memory, your mood, starts to suffer. All right, in our next part, we'll explore a powerful natural remedy you've probably heard of, but maybe never tried. It supports your bladder, calms your body, and can be found in most grocery stores. Let's get into that next. Before we wrap up, I just want to gently remind you what we talked about today isn't about perfection. It's about small, kind steps you can take to feel better, sleep deeper, and give your body the rest it truly needs. Whether it's changing when you drink water, choosing grapes over chips, or simply breathing deeper before bed, every little shift matters. If something in this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear it. Go ahead and share your favorite tip, or just type the word HOPE in the comments. It lets me know you're here and that you believe, like I do, that better health is still possible at any age. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you never miss a gentle reminder like this one, and share this video with someone you care about. You never know who might need it, and as you head into tonight, I hope you rest well. May your sleep be easy, your mind be calm, and your body find its quiet strength, one peaceful night at a time.